Another day, another romp to the casual rooms. Let's see what kind of board I can build up, assuming my opponent lets me. I am going second, so I mean, technically it's the place where Hero prefers to play at, but let's see what my pendulum opponent is gonna do to me here. I mean, they could just wombo combo off for like 15 minutes and ultimately amount to just one measly negate. And if that is the case, I can very easily fight through that, but they are dumping a lot of the typical pendulum dragon stuff at the moment, so who's to say what they have in store for me here. This could take a while, so I'll just see you guys at the start of my turn. Well, my opponent took their sweet ass time. They ended on... Safe to assume that these are like 8 negates on board. Although Chaos Angel just grants targeting protection, I'm not quite sure what he was made with because I wasn't really looking. I was literally just lying down in bed waiting for my opponent to finish jacking off here. Supreme King Zark, I believe this is, yeah, Synchro Universe, yeah. Is this guy a negate? After destroyed, blah blah blah. So that's his monster effect. Placed in the pendulum zone, so he isn't a negate, so to speak. I think the only negates here are Bar on the Floor. Actually, it's just Bar on the Floor and potentially SP Little Knights. So potentially hand traps as well. So we're gonna try and bait it out. We're gonna get Rota first here. Safe to assume that this could be the one that they don't negate, but we're going to find out soon enough. If they spend that much time building up a board that's essentially pretty weak, surprisingly, all things considered, they're probably just gonna wait and see if I screw up somewhere, and then they're gonna, you know, do something else. But I think we may be onto something here, so we're gonna find out. Yeah, I guess Fusion Destiny or bust, so here we go. If they have a hand trap here, then we are most definitely dead. If not, then we're gonna get DPE up in this biznitch. We're going to get rid of the malicious in hand, and then we're gonna send Denier. There we go. And then we're gonna try and combo off a little, because we have the malicious engine in the graveyard. So here we go. I don't think they have any more negates if they're gonna allow all of this to happen. So we're gonna see here. Let's see. Okay, they are thinking about it. I could, you know, pop the DPE here and or do something else. Okay, sure. They're gonna try and get rid of DPE immediately. Sure. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. Here we go. I think ending on Dark Law is sadly, well, very sad. Cannot be destroyed by battle, unaffected by your opponent's weight. What did he synchro with? It's gonna be a pretty tough ask because I wasn't really paying any attention. If he synchroed using there we go, he used a light and a dark, so sadly none of his shit can be destroyed. I'm reading, opponent, I'm reading. Hold on. Synchro monsters are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, but that means your back row can be. So yeah, I think we'll just destroy this one. Oh wait, really? Even other cards? Oh wait, no, because of Centurion. Yeah, I think we're pretty much dead here. Opponent jacked off, and we got the ride of our lives here. You know, sometimes you wonder, how the hell did you even get into this position? I cannot believe Plasma alone solos this entire thing. Like, what in the actual fuck? I mean, I could still lose because he still has a pretty deceptively active board here. I just equipped the Supreme King Zark's Zero Universe because apparently he is not immune to a lot of shit. And Chaos Angel only prevents activated effects, but if their effects are already negated because of what Plasma is doing here, I guess we potentially have something here. But again, I could still lose, so I'll just skip ahead and see if anything else happens. We had 7 turns of going back and forth, and my opponent could not, I repeat, could not find an answer to Destiny Hero Plasma. His entire board was negated the entire time, and he could not dig for an answer for his life. He tried everything. He stalled for as long as possible. But with the recurring threat that is Destroy Your Phoenix Enforcer, well, these two guys basically soloed an entire pendulum combo deck because they only put up one measly negate. And man, sometimes it's hard to feel any sort of sympathy and or empathy for pendulum players. But you gotta do what you gotta do around these parts. My opponent's making me go second, so let's see what kind of shenanigans they're gonna be up to. Their actual deck is quite thin, so this could be somebody who's just learning the game for the first time, potentially, maybe. And they're using the casual rooms as literal practice. So if it is what I think it is, then I might actually go easy on them. Well, if they're gonna start with that, then all bets are off, my good friend. No, if you're gonna have a searcher, you're not a youngin to me. You're somebody who knows how to play the game. So I'm gonna negate that immediately. And then I do have a couple of good cards in hand, a lot of good cards in hand at that. But we're gonna see if it gets us anywhere. This could be Solemn Judgment. It could also be Mirror Force. We're gonna find out soon enough. Forbidden Droplet is nice and all, but I think we're gonna need something better than that. So we're gonna discard the extra copy of Increase that we have. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna put this in defense. Activate Ferris. We're gonna summon Vion. Oh wait, no! God damn it! I screwed. That was a major screw up. But now I think we can still win this somehow. No, we're actually gonna search. That was a misclick. I thought that was a special summon one. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, wait. Does this? Okay, I'm just curious now. Does this count? No, it does not. All right, good. I was gonna say if it didn't work, then that would be an interesting case. So now, what do we do? We don't have a Destiny hero like at all. So we're gonna do it like this. I could have been comboing off right now, but that misclick definitely cost me here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send that guy to the graveyard because we can. There we go. We're gonna reduce this guy's attack by a bunch. And opponent, trust me, that was me completely misunderstanding my own goddamn cards. And there we go. If my opponent's just gonna play this slowly, then we can just afford to do this, unfortunately. So let's see. The Alistair mate looks good like this, but there are some people who have said that his face is pretty uncanny valley-ish, I guess. That's the term that's being described. It just doesn't look good. It's the simplest way of putting it. But now my opponent could potentially combo off, but we're gonna find out. They started with Senju, so they needed a ritual monster. But what are they? Oh, 4 cards in the extra deck just for Mitsurugi. That is interesting. Huh. Okay then. I mean, if we're dead, we're dead, so I'll just see you guys either at the end of my turn, if I somehow survive, or my opponent does something even remotely interesting, because Mitsurugi is one of those decks that is gonna creep up once the entirety of Malice and Ryzel have been like pushed aside. But at least Konami here in Master Duel are doing a decent job at making sure that Ryzel Mitsurugi, well, not yet anyway. I have yet to see Ryzel Mitsurugi because King of the Feral Imps rather hasn't been making the rounds yet. So we're gonna find out if we get anywhere from here. So yeah, I'll just see you guys either at the next duel, because my opponent killed me, and Mitsurugi does have big like ritual monsters like this one, Murakumo, that can end the board, and then there's also Habakiri. Then If they attack with anything else, then I might just be dead. So if I do survive, then let's see if I can break the Mitsurugi board. Okay, so I used the last forbidden drop that I had in hand to negate the Murakumo, and I believe we have free reign over what's going to happen from here on out. Maybe? Question mark. Sure, try and activate your effect. You're negated anyway. I think he just did that to get it out of the way. It's negated anyway. So we're gonna send bodies to the graveyard. And then they haven't activated their face down yet, so who's to say what it is? It could be the Mitsurugi quick play, now that I think about it. But we're gonna find out soon enough here. So we're gonna use malicious to get into malicious to get into the other malicious. You guys know the drill at this point. Having 3 malicious is insane. Good God, I still can't believe they put this guy back up to 3. But I guess with Hero not exactly going to become like even remotely meta. It's rogue at best, even if it even tries. But you know, Hero will never be meta, unfortunately, guys. That's just the way the world works, and that's unfortunate. So we get these 2. There we go. Although if there is one thing I know about Mitsurugi is they do have a way to get Murakumo back on field, so that could be a problem for us, and it could be a way for my opponent to finally edge a win out. So that is a possibility. We could actually get another Faris, get the combos going regardless, because that's what we do around these parts. We'll just have to discard Plasma because we literally do not have enough material to do what we need to do here. So we get Malicious again. There we go. Yeah, I think we should try for it. We should try for the full combo, because where else are we gonna do this? Okay, there we go. So that happens. Then we get Faris down. Faris effect. We won't make the same mistake again. We're gonna put increase in our spell trap zone this time, and then we use increase's effect to get rid of the Faris, to summon the increase in order to get a polymerization. There we go. What locks do we have? Oh shit, we can only go into darks now. Great. So now we special summon this guy, and then we use his effect to send the Shadow Mist to the graveyard. Although we still have 1 malicious in the deck, so that could be a thing. So now we do this, and then we add Liquid Soldier, because why not? I don't think we've normal summoned yet, or if we already have. No, we have not normal summoned. Holy shit. So now we're going to banish the Faris because he's already done his job at this point. And then that will get us the polymerization. There we go. And then we're going to go into Dread Decimator, because why not? Yeah, just so that we have an extra boost in attack. We're trying to kill my opponent this turn. Anyway, so yeah, all we have on field are darks anyway, so this is fine. Dread Decimator just for an extra boost in attack. There we go. And my opponent has been like reduced to atoms at this point. So here we go. Then Liquid Soldier. And then we're going to revive. What other elements do we have here? Not much, unfortunately. So I guess we just get Denier back. So there we go. And then we can also still go into Infernal Deviser. What options first? Different attributes. We can also get Flame Wingman. We can try for Shining Neos. Actually, we should. Because Shining Neos needs... What does he need? Wingman and Neos himself. Alright, I think we have a way to get to it. So, oh wait, no, we won't have a way to fuse into it. So, we could just go for Trinity more than anything else. Yeah, we're just gonna try to kill my opponent. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what will. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Probably should have put Denier in attack position because he has like the highest attack out of all of them here. So now Trinity can attack thrice. 2 monsters. There we go. That's 5k. And well, 5,900 at that. What are you trying to do here? Spirit mirror. Blah blah blah. Inflict the double the damage. I mean, yeah. If you kill me here, no, he does. What? Okay. That is unfortunate. That he did that. So now we're going to go into favorite contact. Yeah. They've done their jobs at this point. So we're going to do this. You're gonna get Infernal Devicer. There we go. Then use his effect. We're going to show Shining Neos. Then we're going to add Neos to hand. Sadly, we don't have access to a contact spell, so I believe this is the best we can do, and that's unfortunate. I don't remember this ever ending the battle phase, so that is something to keep in mind. I probably, well, I only had lethal if I had 2 attacks in, so that is a thing. So let's see what my opponent does here. They could tribute off the Murakumo for another Mitsurugi that they could potentially have. So that I had to discard the plasma because I needed the discard, and unfortunate that I didn't account for something. I mean, you don't really see this, fortunately. So we're gonna see what they do here. Okay, transverser, sure. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I do know that Mitsurugi has stuff that can recycle their stuff out of the graveyard, so we're going to see if my opponent does that. But no, they're just going to Mitsudoku. So yeah, let's move on to the next duel. I lost a die roll, but my opponent made me go first, so thankfully this build has lines for going first. So we're gonna see if we make something out of it. So first off, we're gonna get Rota, and we're gonna try for the thing here. I'm gonna get Stratos, so this is just a searcher to get a searcher. That's just how heroes work. And we're gonna add a hero. We're gonna get Faris. We use Faris to discard the malicious that we have in hand, because we don't want that stranded. There we go. So use that effect, discard the malicious, and do that. Get Faris effect. We're gonna put increase in the spell trap zone. We're gonna use increase, tribute off the Faris, summon him in defense position, use his effect. There we go. You've seen this combo before. I'm just gonna put it here for posterity's sake. The bread and butter hero combo. We could send Shadow Mist, and that would allow, well, we've already normal summoned, unfortunately, so we could do that, but the special summon line is only really available if you have Liquid Soldier in hand. So yeah, we'll just use this to get plasma to our hand. It's a just in case. So so we do this. We're going to banish the Faris because again he's already done his job. We get the polymerization. There we go. Are we dark locked yet? No, we're not. He was just banished. So we're gonna do this. Oh wait, no. First things first. We're going to use malicious to get another malicious. There we go. So we have 4 bodies on board instead. Now we use polymerization to hopefully get the wingman. No, we do not. Great. So now we can use sunrise to, no, we already have the thing, unfortunately. We can actually, yeah, it's just a body that we can use, but now, oh right, we need a destiny hero for that one. So we'll just use these 2. So that and this. Yeah, we'll use these 2. There we go. We'll get sunrise. We already have Miracle Fusion, and sunrise is also like a good card anyway, so I guess we're fine. Now we do the link lines for the heroes. There we go. Then we already have the polymerization anyway, so we'll be fine. Okay, yep. Cross Crusader. Get the malicious. There we go. Then use Cross Crusader. Do that, and then we add. We already normal summon this turn, so I believe we just add Denier, or we add Neos. We can also do that, but we won't be able to resolve Divisor's effect if we do indeed do that. So I guess we just get Liquid Soldier for next turn, and we'll just use our combos here. There we go. Then we put this here, and then we get Infernal Divisor so that we get Favorite Contact, or at the very least have access to Favorite Contact, or a line to access Favorite Contact, I don't remember. But we already have, alright, this is our way to get the Neos, right, forgot about that. Now we do this, now we are locked into heroes, there we go. Now we do this and this. There we go. Now we put this here. There we go. Now we have 3 different elements. Then we get Favorite Contact. There we go. And then I believe that's it. We can actually just tribute everyone off. We could do that, but that would end up with a really weak board, surprisingly. I mean, we could, and my opponent will not be able to do much about it. So, and these 3 guys are not really going to do much anyway, surprisingly. We do have recovery anyway, so yeah, I mean, if it means, you know, locking my opponent out, you know, I mean, this isn't exactly a threatening looking board, but Plasmas can sometimes solo, as you guys saw in the first game. So and we also have like Forbidden Droplet in case my opponent tries for any other shenanigans that need to be negated. So we're going to see. We do have Favorite Contact to pop some stuff, and we do have enough, like we have Light, Wind, and Dark, so we can pop up to 3 things. Fire Formation YuGiOh. Somebody's playing actual factual target, discard, and if you do, destroy that card. Activated, discard. Okay, sure. They found a way to negate, to quote-unquote negate Plasma, so there's that. But now he has to deal with Favorite Contact and or Forbidden Droplet, so we're gonna see. This also checks the graveyard, right? Yeah, it also checks the graveyard, so we have potentially 2 negates. Why are you doing that? I guess it's just to discard. Oh my god, opponent is making desperate plays here, or rather, oh wait, no, I was looking at something else. They played Ingen. Okay, sure. And they're playing Lunalights. Ooh, opponent is being spicy. If I'm remembering correctly, the new Lunalight support came out, and yeah, here we go. Finally, a way to search Lunalight perfume, because Lunalight is spelled with 2 words rather than the 1 word of Lunalight, which is very, very annoying. As a former Lunalight player on Duel Links, I can definitely feel the pain from that one. So we can make my opponent's day really bad here. So we do that, we negate that, and the moment they go into attack, we'll flip Favorite Contact and blow up their whole board. I am so sorry, opponent, but you brought this onto yourself. So now we go Favorite Contact, and we pop his whole board. Shining Neos, do that, and do this. There we go. There we go, and then Shining Neos, Wujing, there we go, and then activate effect. We pop this, and we pop all Beast Warriors. Yeah, that's only an activated effect. Send from the spell trap to the graveyard. Add a Fire Fist. I don't want to have to destroy that, so we'll just get rid of YuGiOh instead. There we go. 1 card in hand, opponent. You'd better make it count. But if not, then I might just kill you this turn. Okay, let's see. We got Vion, so that's something. So now we normal summon Liquid Soldier, and our goal now is to just assemble lethal damage somehow. We need about 3,000 more. So we're gonna see. Now we're going to send Denier. Yeah. Because that's not exactly going to do much at this point. There we go. And we could actually just attack with with this, like literally with just this. Put one of them back. Yeah, put one of them back. There we go. And then we'll use one malicious. There we go. To summon the other one. And then we move to combat. So now I believe this is lethal if I'm doing the math right. Yeah, I believe it's more than lethal. If my math is wrong, then so be it. Yeah, there we go. I was 1,200 over. All right, and yeah, that's going to end it for this romp in the casual rooms. Misplaying game 1 is definitely something I should be mindful of for future duels. Sorry, opponent, you may be testing out the new Lunalight stuff, but if you can't fight even through this, then you might need to retool your deck a lot. So, if you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. Until next time, toodles.